Why can't video games just be about some minor one-off event? They always start small, investigate this robbery, save this person, but by the time the credits roll, you've travelled through time, uncovered a massive government conspiracy, and concocted the world's greatest ice cream sundae. The following games represent some of the more ridiculous examples where a tiny, isolated incident blossomed out of control way too quickly. And of course, there will be spoilers. Max Payne. Max Payne was a mild-mannered cop with an unfortunate last name, eating apple pie and living the American dream, until the fateful night when junkies hopped up on Valka, decided to break into his house and kill his family. Thus did Max Payne start bringing the pain, taking down the whole drug smuggling operation from the inside. So he investigates some stuff for the DEA, makes a few drug busts and gets a medal, right? It's not that simple. As Max digs into this case, he finds a vast conspiracy that began in the US government in the 1990s. Valka was originally supposed to be a super soldier serum, part of the Valhalla project, but it had nasty side effects. Max's wife found out too much, and the CEO of the corporation behind Valka discovered she knew too much, and then, well, boom. And then, for good measure, there's also a secret cabal known as the Inner Circle influencing government actions. Resident Evil. It seems so basic. Mysterious murders around Raccoon City, in which the victims appear to have been attacked by cannibals, keep happening. The local police department sends in its best officers to investigate, the STARS team. What they find is zombies. Easy peasy. Once the team takes refuge inside a mysterious mansion though, they uncover the secret bioweapon manufacturing operations of Umbrella, a pharmaceutical conglomerate. Then one of your teammates turns out to be actively working for them. Couldn't we have just kept it at zombies?
No.
Chrono Trigger. This should be simple. Boy wakes up, boy goes to festival and meets girl, boy and girl wander about the booths checking out candy, games and the attractions. Then boy and girl finally make their way to a genius friend's teleportation device demonstration, which, of course, goes completely haywire and transports girl into the distant past where she's rescued by a frogman who mistook her for her ancestor. Because the frogman stopped looking for her ancestor, girl starts to disappear because she negated her own existence. That is how Chrono Trigger starts. Then it gets real bananas, shutting you off to primordial volcanic periods, the Dark Ages, and a nightmarish future where you see a gargantuan space parasite destroy the world. It's a good thing then that boy and girl get a flying time machine so they can keep up with things as they get weird. LA Noire. In LA Noire, Team Bondi wanted to honour the case-turned-upside-down cliches of classic noir films and novels. You're Carl Phelps, a beat-up cop working simple cases. But this wacky arsonist keeps burning down buildings in the periphery of the plot, and eventually your investigations start to follow this series of seemingly unimportant house fires. By the game's end, you discover that this arsonist has been working for the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, torching the property of people who aren't willing to sell their houses, thus fueling a much larger insurance fraud scheme. It's actually a similar plot to the classic neo-noir film Chinatown, simply exchange insurance fraud for irrigation scheme. The dead eyes, however, belong entirely to LA Noire. Fallout New Vegas. It sounded so easy. Just deliver the stupid poker chip. What could go wrong? Everything, apparently, as you've been shot in the head and left for dead. So, out of the gate, your motivation is 1. Get that chip back and deliver it to where it needs to go, and 2. Get revenge on the jerk who put a bullet in your brain pan. Simple enough. But not really. Turns out, that chip contained data that can significantly upgrade Securitron robots, and everyone wants to get their hands on it. So, by the end of the game, you've got to decide which of the 4 factions you want to take over New Vegas, or perhaps take it for yourself. All of this accumulates in a massive war on top of the Hoover Dam, a far cry from your inauspicious beginnings with a head wound. Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness starts simply with a murder. Alexandra Roivas' grandpa Edward, an eccentric recluse who spends his life studying the Tomb of Eternal Darkness, beefs it. What does she find as she tries to figure out exactly how a lonely guy in a giant old mansion could have died in such a grisly fashion? Well, how about an ancient Cthulhian monstrosity currently poising itself to take over the universe? Eternal Darkness starts with you exploring abandoned rooms in an old house, reading chapters of this weird encyclopedia. By the end of the game, however, you're fighting off the alien abomination and its undead protege to save the world from a fate worse than death. Can't anyone just die of old age anymore? Shadowrun Returns. In Shadowrun Returns' future, Seattle is just as full of high-rises and mega corporations as present-day Seattle. Then you receive a dead man switch, a message time to play when its owner dies, from your old partner, and you're determined to solve his untimely murder. Then everything descends into madness. You discover your buddy was the victim of a massive organ harvesting plot, targeting dozens of people across the city. If that weren't enough, you then learn this plot was being overseen by the Universal Brotherhood, a cult attempting to summon a hive of extra-dimensional insects to consume Seattle and other major cities across the globe. And yet there still isn't a flying car to be found. Go figure. Halo. Humans and the Covenant have been fighting for years when Halo begins. What else do you need to know? Space Marines fight purple aliens. Not so weird. Things get extreme though once you find out that the giant ring around the planet you're fighting on was created to wipe out all sentient life, and that this particular Halo is just one of many. Why would someone make a weapon like this? Because of the Flood, a race of zombie-like mutants and pussacks with an unquenchable thirst to turn every living organism into one of them. Indigo Prophecy. Indigo Prophecy, or Fahrenheit, starts in a tiny, inconspicuous diner. Then you end up possessed by an unknown entity and are forced to murder someone. Even with that supernatural element, your goal is still to just avoid the cops and find out who the hell took over your body. Then things get weird, like David Cage weird. Apparently, one of the side effects of being possessed is seeing visions of a strange alien lifeform that are so vivid that you have to physically run away from them. Then you discover that your possession escapade was caused by a Mayan oracle, a man living far past his expiration date who is trying to find the Indigo Child. Who's that? Some kid who holds the secret of the universe in her noggin. Then the third act rolls around, and you die, get brought back to life by a powerful artificial intelligence, and get Matrix-like kung fu skills. And all of this because you had a hankering for a chicken fried steak at dinner. And that is that. Let us know your favourite plots that got complicated real fast in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar Plus.